Percentages of a group. Now remember, percentage is a fraction which is out of 100. Well, if we simplify a fraction of 50 out of 100, we get half. So if you want to find out 50% of something, it's literally half of something. And the easiest way to work out what half is to divide it by 2. So let's look at the first one. Got 40. I'm going to divide it by 2. So that means the same as 40 divided by 2, which is 20. 50% of 50, so half of 50. So you can work that out. It's 25, and so on. 50% of 6, you know, is the same as half of 6, which is 3. So that's really easy. 25% of something is the same as a quarter. So 25 out of 100, if you simplify that, you'd get 1/4. Now, to work out a quarter of something, you're dividing it by 4. So it's whatever it is divided by 4 will be 25%. So if you're looking at 40, and 25% of 40 will be the same as 40 divided by 4, which is 10. 25% of 16 will be 16 divided by 4, which, if you know your 4s, is 4. 25% of 10 is the same as a quarter of 10. So you might remember from our multiplication division unit that to divide by 4, you can go halve and halve again. So if you've got 10, let's halve it, you get 5. Halve it again, 5. Half of 5 is 2.5. Okay. Now this is probably I don't even think it's tricky, but it might be the trickiest because it's new. So 10% of something is the same as a tenth. So you've got to think, let's think about this. If I divide something by 10, it's the same as me jumping the decimal point 1 across to the left. So you probably already know what a tenth of 60 is, or what 60 divided by 10 is. So when we're looking for a tenth, we're dividing by 10. Makes sense, doesn't it? So 60 divided by 10 is the same as 6 divided by 1 is 6. 10% of 60 is 6. 10% of 30 is the same as 30 over 10 is 3. So if we want to work out what 20% of it is, 20% is 2 times as much as 10%. So that means we're going to times our answer by 2 at the end. So if we want 20% of 60, we do our first step, 60 divided by 10. That gives us 10%. And because we want 20%, we're going to double it. So we went 60 divided by 10, that makes 6, times that by 2, and you get 12. So let's try 20% of 12. Ooh. So you might end up with a decimal point here. 12 divided by 10. Well, if we have 12 when we do our jump, we're dividing it by 10 and our dot ends up there. So 12 divided by 10 is 1.2. But 20% of 12 is double this. So 12 divided by 10 times 2 gives you 2.4. 30% of 12. 12 divided by 10 times 3. So 12 divided by 10 gave us 1.2. Times that by 3. It feels like 12 times tables. 3.6. And pause the video for a sec and see if you can do what 40% of 12 is. Cool. That's right. So you went 12 divided by 10 makes 1.2. And then you went 1.2 times 4 gave you 4.8. So remember, 50% is half, just dividing it by 2. That's the easy one. You're really good at that. 25% of something is just a quarter, the same as dividing by 4. 10% of something is just dividing by 10, and we have a shortcut there where we jump the decimal one to the left. So if you need to do 20%, you do step 1 where you divide it by 10 and then double it. It's 30%. You do your thing where you divide it by 10 and then you triple it. So, I don't know, let's just do something crazy to end it off. So, we'll do 80% of 90, let's do 80% of 40. We don't want to make one too hard. So firstly, we go, well, what's 40 divided by 10? Equals 4. 40 divided by 10 is 4, which makes 10%, but we want 80%. So now we're going to times our answer by 8. So 40 divided by 10 was 4. Times that by 8. 4 times 8 gives us 32. Awesome. Hope that helped. And yeah, best of luck today.